Riding Superstars. Today I'm going to answer the question, how do you first tell what the correct lead is in the canter, and how do you make sure that you get the correct lead every single time? Okay, so when you're cantering, your horse can canter on the right lead, which is this one, or the left lead, which is this one. Now, if you're cantering in a circle, you normally, when you say, I want the horse to pick up the correct lead, you want the horse to pick up the inside lead. When you get very masterful in riding dressage, there is no correct leads. You want to get to the point where you can put your horse on the left lead or the right lead at will at any time, and of course do flying changes if you want to change what leads they're on and all that kind of stuff. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. For prelim, for the training level, we just want the horse to pick up the inside lead. So you have to think about, firstly, do you know what lead the horse is on? So I remember, oh God, I was so embarrassed. I didn't know how to tell what lead my horse was on. And my instructor would go, is your horse on the correct lead, Natasha? And I would look down, because I know I should be looking, would not understand what the hell I'm looking at, look back up and say, yep. And she would be either yes or no. And it was just a 50-50 guess. That's how I did most of my riding. 50-50 guess. So to me, when I looked down, both the legs looked the same. So practice understanding what the legs are doing in walk. Get one of your riding friends and go, oh, here's me with my left and right. So this is right, isn't it? Yeah. Or do what I do, which is inside, outside, because that hurts my head left and right. So inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. And so I'm just saying inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. When I see this shoulder, so if you look down here, there's nothing, then there's something. If you draw a line all the way down, you don't see a leg, then you see a leg. Whoops, see a leg, see a leg, see a leg. And it's when you see the leg that you go, okay, I'm seeing a leg. So in the canter, so once you can kind of go, yep, I can see the inside, I can see the outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. You want to do it in trot? Inside, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then you're going to canter, in, 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 in. You just never see the outside leg as much. So stare down and go, do I see what I saw in walk and trot? Do I see in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, whoops, and you don't see it, and that's all I can describe when you see it. You just don't see the outside one as much. You just see the inside one, and that's because he's on the correct lead. Now, if I pick up the incorrect lead, which isn't so incorrect, it's just the outside one, now I'm only seeing the outside, 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 outside. I just see it more in my line of vision, good boy, then I see the inside one. So that's how you tell if your horse is on the correct lead, which is the inside one, or the outside lead. Just look down and go, if I was to draw, let me just face the camera. If I was to draw a line, which leg goes further past the line? The inside one or the outside one? Practice, practice, practice. Get someone on the ground to teach you, to see if you've got it right, and then you'll get it. So that's, God forbid, this is why dressage is so complex, that's the easy bit. So once you've got the easy bit, which I totally get is not that easy, we then need to progress to getting the correct lead. Remember, if you're enjoying this video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, share it, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. So we have to get the horse to pick up the canter and have it cantering that its right leg goes more forward. There's technical names, but really basic of simplest terms, that's what we want. So what that means, think about it yourself for a second. If I put weight on this shoulder, so I'm kind of falling in, and because I'm falling in, the horse is falling in, what shoulder is more free? And you're right, this one's more free. Now, if I put all my weight over here and load up my outside shoulder, this one's more free. Good boy, Wessel. And you can see how much your body weight influences the horse, because the horse is just going wherever I'm falling. So firstly, that's really important that you're not falling the wrong way, because that'll unbalance the horse. And doing a canter transition on the correct lead is all about balance. It's all about having the horse balanced and with the correct weight on the correct part of his body so he can do the canter transition really easy. So what you have to do is make sure that you've got a little bit more weight onto the outside so that inside shoulder's free to come forward. Now, if you have too much, you're absolutely going to get the wrong lead. So it's not about having the horse, see here I can go, oh, I'm loading up the shoulder. Look, I'm loading up the shoulder. Look, I'm loading up the shoulder. No, I'm not. I've lost the shoulder. The shoulder's gone out to nowhere. So you have to make sure you control the shoulder. Don't let the shoulder, so here again, as I come to the camera, that's the shoulder drifting out. I don't want it to drift out. I need to control it. So if anything, see how now I've gone, okay, will shoulder fall in? Yes. So you as a rider, and you can practice in walk, go, okay, I want to move the shoulder out. Yep. And I want to move the shoulder in. So control that part of the horse. And when you've got that under control, you do that in trot. And you go, okay, I got to close off that outside shoulder. I can't. So if, see, here he's drifting. I'm going to get the wrong leg. Don't let him drift. Shut down that corner. Oh, sorry, that shoulder. Make sure you've got control of the shoulder. Now you've got to have a little bit of bend to the inside. If I bend to the outside and I go, okay, ask for canter, see, I just asked for canter and Wessel went, I can't canter left. I can't canter right with my head to the left. He needs to have his head to the right if I want him to canter right. So now I've controlled the shoulder and shut down that shoulder so it can't drift. I've bent him to the right, and now when I ask for canter, good boy, it's there perfectly. Okay, better let me show you again. Bending him to the wrong way, and then still with my outside leg, I've said canter, and he just goes, I physically can't do that, Mum. So you as the rider, when your horse is not giving you the answer, you have to make sure that physically they can give you the right answer, that they're in balance and they're bending where they need to so their legs can do what you're asking the legs to do. I know it's complex. I know it's hard, guys. I struggled for years, like I said, to even know what these legs were doing, and then years to get the correct canter lead. So wherever you are on your journey, lots of hugs, lots of kisses, we've all been there, and just keep playing with it. You're on a journey, not a destination. You don't have to get this tomorrow. Just play with what happens when I put my horse's head here. What happens when I put my horse's head here? What happens, when I lose the shoulder? What happens when, or you might have a horse, you don't lose the shoulder, but it keeps falling in. Now, if a horse keeps falling in, where does their head go? You're right, to the outside. So are you going to get your canter lead? No, you're not. So it's about having the nose in the middle of the chest, the horse straight, so it can do what it needs to do. You're doing awesome, all good. Remember, if you want to see more videos in this canter series, you can check out the links below. And we have one more video coming next week, which is all about how to really control the shoulder and a really advanced ninja technique that once you've got this, you want to start progressing to, like a trickier exercise. And once you've mastered that exercise, you seriously will be a dressage ninja. So that's coming up. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Have an amazing riding week, and I'll see you next time.